सुनने वाले को सिराज ज़ैदी का बहुत बहुत प्यार भरा नाम है. आदाब, namaskar and good afternoon. You're very welcome to the program. You're listening to Apna Radio broadcasting at 93.9 Dublin South FM. Yes, every Thursday I'm here, and wherever you are in the world, in Dubai, in London, in Mumbai, in Delhi, wherever you are tuning me in, you're most welcome to the program. Today's program is covering, as usual, a lot of information about what's going on in India. And our London correspondent, Sharad Awasthi, is here. And we will take it away from the news of the week, what's going on in India. And then we'll talk about rest of the program. But I have a surprise in this program today, which I'm not going to disclose this right now. So you have to keep tuning me in. As I said, tune me in wherever you are. So I would say, Sharad, you take it away, the news item.
Good afternoon. You are listening to Apna Radio 93.9 Dublin South FM. This is Sharad Awasthi with India This Week. India will start a new program to help in capacity building for Border Security Force of Mongolia. The Indian Prime Minister, on welcoming the Mongolian visiting president, announced various programs. India has announced that holy relics of two of the Buddha's leading disciples will travel to Mongolia next year. The Indian Prime Minister highlighted common Buddhist bonds between Mongolia and India. India will also start issuing free e-visas for Mongolian citizens. India will launch several new initiatives, from training programs to the appointment defense attaché at the embassy. India will also launch a new capacity building program for Mongolian border security forces, the Indian Prime Minister said. The Supreme Court of India on Tuesday adjourned to October 15 the hearing of habeas corpus petition filed by Dr. 𝐀𝐩𝐧𝐚 𝐑𝐚𝐲. She is wife of climate activist Sonam Wangchuk, challenging his preventive detention under NSA 1980 Act following the September 24th violence in Leh. A bench of Justice Arvind Kumar and N.V. Anjaria deferred the matter on a request by senior advocate Kapil Sibal, who was appearing for Ms. 𝐾𝐲𝐚. On October 6th, the court had issued notice to the Union government and the Ladakh administration, but left it to the authorities to decide whether the grounds of Mr. Wangchuk's detention could be shared with his wife. You would know that Sonam Wangchuk was the inspiration for the blockbuster movie Three Idiots. The International Monetary Fund, in its October outlook, increased India's growth projection by 20 basis points to 6.6% for 2025, while projecting a decline of the same intensity to 6.2% in 2026. This is a minor growth compared to India's ongoing 6% growth. Meanwhile, the Washington-headquartered financial institution predicts that the global growth would edge upwards by 20 basis points to 3.2% this year. Elaborating the rationale for the upward minor revision for India's growth rate, IMF attributed it to a carryover effect from the strong first quarter, which helped India more than offset the impact of US President Donald Trump's induced tariff regime. India's GDP in the June end peaked to 5-quarter high of 7.8%, primarily driven by sectors such as manufacturing, services, and construction. The AI firm Anthropic has announced that they will be opening their first office in Bangalore. The Google and Amazon-backed firm is looking to expand by tapping into India's massive market and hiring. The country is the second largest market for Anthropic's AI cloud services that has become popular to perform code tasking, still ahead of rival OpenAI's ChatGPT. It is valued at $183 billion. Bangalore will be Anthropic's second office in the Asia-Pacific region after Tokyo. 1.86 crore, about 18 million women in UP will receive free LPG cylinders, according to the Uttar Pradesh government. The government will be distributing 2 free LPG refills to these number of women across the state under the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, and this is ahead of the festive season of Diwali. Mahagathbandhan may announce seat sharing arrangements in Bihar They are in the opposition to the ruling NDA alliance. Dozens are killed as Afghan Taliban and Pakistan exchange deadliest gunfire in years together. This is the second time this week that two sides have traded fire along their border. Tensions between Islamabad and Kabul have flared in recent days with the deadly exchange of gunfire, which is stoking fear of wider regional conflict. This border battle is coinciding with Afghan Foreign Minister visiting India. That's it from me. You are listening to Apna Radio 93.9 Dublin South FM. Charmaine will be back next week. Until then.
Thank you so much indeed, Sharad. You have put together a very good news item today. And indeed, that is the news of the whole week. Everybody's talking about it, that yesterday's enemies how can they be friends of today? But something is happening in that region between Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India. Why? Because Amir Khan Muttaqi, the Afghanistan foreign minister, is visiting India. And he's been given a hero's welcome, full arms welcome. Up until yesterday, we were actually accusing Afghanistan for atrocities against women and children and all that. But now something is cooking. No one knows what is cooking, but time will tell. But one thing which has been talked about it in the media widely is that his controversial press conference that he held in the Afghanistani embassy in Delhi, excluding and stopping the women journalists attending the conference, and that is something has been taken by Sakshi Joshi, by all the leading female journalists, that on the Indian soil, according to the constitution, the status of women is equal to the men. It's not Afghanistan, it's not Kandahar, it's not Kabul, where they can actually, practice their version of law. So how the Indian Foreign Minister Jaishankar Ji has allowed this to happen, that they have excluded a women journalist attending that conference. So that is a big news. It's a big controversy. And, if you have a power, you can do anything you like. And this is something that is not sitting happily with the majority of the population in India. But nobody dares to raise the voice because it's Modi ji. How can you confront Modi ji and BJP? Whatever they want to do, they do it with impunity. And that is the order of the day. So remains to be seen what has been talked about it. They talked about it, the friendly relationship, opening their embassy, in Afghanistan and Kabul. And of course, the Kabul embassy will be open in Delhi as well. And diplomatic mission will be expanded. And all that is going to take place. But why and how? At the back of that, Pakistan attacked Afghanistan, and there's a tit-for-tat, a battle, as Sharad has just mentioned. So if that is going to get worse, because if you're an enemy and you're shaking hands with another enemy, that it could create a deadly effect. That's all I can say. Sometimes I get in trouble because when I talk about freely quite a lot of things that you're not allowed to talk in India anymore, because Indian media has become a Godi media. Godi media is something that if you're against the government, you're not allowed, and you could be put in jail, you could be thrown in and all that. But here, my program, that's why it's been listened to the worldwide, and I'm happy to report that listeners are growing up, because since we have a YouTube channel of the program, so this program will be uploaded in a couple of days' time on the YouTube as well. So that is Amir Khan Muttaqi, the foreign minister, and Jaishankar shaking hands and sitting happily discussing bilateral relationship between India and Afghanistan. Yes, India and Afghanistan had a glorious relationship. I was watching a film the other day, Khuda Gawah, which was shot in Afghanistan, Amitabh Bachchan playing, and it's a beautiful film about the Afghan culture and all that. So since then, Kabir Khan's last picture was, I think, Kabul Express was the last one, was shot there. Otherwise, no filmmakers would go to Afghanistan to shoot films and to make films in Afghanistan. That is a sad state of affair, but now there's a hope. If the relationship goes well between Afghanistan and India, we might be able to go there again and shoot films and vice versa. So this is something which is very interesting, a new development that is taking place. So I would say Sharad has put together another interesting clip about something, and I would take that clip and see what he has to say.
So let's talk about something that shouldn't have happened, and yet it did, right here in the capital of world's largest democracy. On Friday last, inside the Afghan embassy in New Delhi, the Taliban's foreign minister Amir Khan Muttaqi held a press conference as usual. 16 male journalists were there. Not a single woman was allowed inside. Yes, this is India. You heard it right. Not one woman journalist. And this is not Kabul. This is not Kandahar. This is New Delhi, India. So this was, I think, in my living memory, India's first womanless press conference right at the heart of the nation's capital. When the backlash came, as it rightly should, for first time the Godi media stood for its cause, the Taliban minister quickly organized another press conference meet on Sunday. And this time they allowed female journalists to attend. And he said that the earlier exclusion was not deliberate, just a technical issue. So what is this technical issue? When half of humanity is turned away from doing their job, when female reporters who are credible journalists, professionals, they were stopped at the gate. So this is not a glitch. That's a mindset. And that is troubling. And it should be troubling for the Indian Foreign Affairs. Now look at the bigger picture. The United Nations calls Afghanistan today a gender apartheid state. Under the Taliban, as you would know, women cannot attend school beyond grade 6, cannot go to university, cannot visit parks or gyms, and in many cases cannot even travel without a male guardian. Of lately, books written by women have been pulled away from Afghan universities. Even with the subjects like gender and development have been banned. So when such a regime foreign minister of that country walks into Delhi and holds a press conference without women, what are we really witnessing? What is India trying to message to the world? Is India hosting a guest or entertaining a worldview that openly rejects the dignity of women? In the background, one would say that India has not officially recognized the Taliban regime, yet New Delhi is hosting the foreign minister's visit. And it's a week-long high-level talks and discussions that's going on. And when the first press conference excludes Indian women, journalists, the Ministry of External Affairs said that it's not involved. How is it possible? Morally, can a democracy that prides itself on equality stand by a women journalist when they are locked out of a diplomatic event in the very capital of India? Obviously, the opposition will talk, will raise questions, and would rightfully interrogate the foreign policy, the foreign ministry of India as being too lenient, as being too weak to stand on its principles. So it is not about Afghanistan's treatment of women. It's about India's tolerance of such behavior of a high-level minister in India. We should also question the male journalist who chose to attend this Friday's event. That's another argument that I would make. How easy would it be for one of the journalists, just one, just to stand up and to refuse to participate until their female colleagues were allowed into the press conference? It's a matter of openness, transparency, equality, and equality towards women in India. It is also about upholding the Constitution of India. India has long held itself as a land where Nari Shakti, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, women's strength, it's celebrated in speeches at all levels of society. These words are spoken by the Indian Prime Minister from the realms of Red Fort. Indian women are worshipped in temples. Equality is recognized in the Constitution. But that strength means little if it evaporates in the face of reality. It evaporates in the face of visiting delegation that bars women from entering a room. Therefore, if India cannot draw the line here, in such a small gathering, where will it draw the lines? We are told that India must engage with Taliban for strategic reasons, security, regional stability, humanitarian aid, because India and Afghanistan sandwiches Pakistan. So it's a regional issue. It's a regional dynamics. All that is fine. But before that, India comes first. Engaging with our neighbors on principles where India stands. Hosting a press conference that mirrors Kabul's patriarchy, even by accident, sends the wrong message that India is willing to look away just a little for sake of geopolitics. Diplomacy, like democracy, must have a soul. And what does the soul of India stand for? It stands for anything, for equality, freedom, and right of every woman to stand in the front row, notebook in hand, uninvited, but indispensable. So the next time such an event is planned, someone in the chain of command, whether Indian or Afghanistan, or for that matter a guest, a simple question should be asked. If women cannot enter the room, if Indian women cannot enter the room, should the event actually happen? Why? Because the moral strength of Indian democracy is tested not by those who host, but by those who allow it to happen in its name. It is the conscience of the nation that has to be honored. It is not a mere press conference that we are talking about. With that touch of soul, with that touch of conscience, I leave you until next week. Stay safe, stay informed, and dutifully ask questions. Bye for now.
Dublin South FM. You wouldn't buy a car without knowing its history. So why would you buy a story without knowing who's telling it? Come here and I tell you. It's not always easy to verify what you see, read, or hear. But now there's help. Visit www.bemediasmart.ie. Stop, think, check. Be Media Smart. Brought to you by Media Literacy Ireland, supported by RTE. 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Welcome to the programme, and welcome back to the programme, should I say. Thank you once again, Sharad, that you have analysed the entire situation back in India, where this debacle happened, and I hope that would not happen in the future. But there you go. We have no more comments on that particular issue because the issue has been covered widely from back to back and from podcast to podcast to everybody is talking about it, from the news to even to the international news are talking about it. So that's it. Now, something completely different. I was telling you about the surprise element of this program, and that is our live guest in the studio. So, Bijon, Shaha yourself, Alina Sengupta yourself, and Kumar Sharma ji from all the way from Mumbai. You're very welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharad.
Wonderful. And now, tell me about Kumar. You are the guest all the way from India, going to perform something amazing. So let me introduce you to the actual event that is taking place. And I believe, Bijon, you've been the brain behind that, and you're the force behind this program.
Yes. First of all, thank you, Mr. Siraj, and thank you, DSFM, for inviting us. Yes, I've been involved a long time in community shows and community development, right? But always inspiration was behind that we should take the community shows in different level. And that's my inspiration to create the Culture Express in my own initiative. So let's put it together. Culture Express, the name itself, I would like to leave to the audiences of this show to explain what does mean these two words. And I kept it very precise. So other thing is, if I phrase it up in one or two sentences, it will be what triggered me to start this Culture Express is, as I said, the community show in a different level, much more professional way to present and go to the main frame. I do not want our community to be limited in their own communities, to go out and participate and bring along outside our community, outside our own Indian communities as a whole, from India or Bangladesh or anywhere. I represent South Asia. So take it out and take even the native, where our home country people, original native Irish as well, and we share the stays, share the culture, exchange the culture, and we bring up a better environment for our society. In the recent incidents and all this, I don't want to go to that, but I want us to have a solution to that. If we work together and bring everyone onto single stage, we can create better environment. So my motive will be bring out the brighter and better side of all the communities, not only Indian, not only Bangladeshis, not only Pakistani or anyone particular. Yeah. We work with all, but my actual plan is to do ordinary thing with ordinary people with extraordinary output. So in that case, my show always would like to have somebody visiting from there to get extra attraction, but we will have always local component between the communities and also the Irish component to that, to share the stays and create a better environment.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. I mean, this is something that has been attempted by many communities, and with the thoughts of bringing all the communities together, since we have noticed the bifurcation, whatever you call it, a split up nature of the community of South Indian, Karnataka, Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, all of them, and they have become bigger communities because they are bigger in numbers, the medical nurses and all that. And I've been attending their shows as well and talking to them as well, the organizers, because they all come to me about the films. Their films, they wanted to show their films and all that. That is unfortunate that they are focused a little bit on their own communities, and they're quite happy if they're selling the hall, if they're filling the hall and selling the show and making money, because it's a commercial activity they're doing, apart from paying artists or not paying artists or from India, whatever. But that is their bottom line, because I attended many of their shows, and I've been surprised to see that Malayalam community has become the most organized and the most prolific community. Now, the Bengali community is once a year, and Sujan comes along, and Durga Puja comes along, and when we become very active. But after that, nothing happens.
So there I come in. Yeah, I've been involved. We are the founder member of Sujan. Yeah, I've been a long time talking to within our community people to take our show in a different way. We do Durga Puja and everything. So where my another inspiration is that we do a lot of sacrifice over the weekend to put up a show. A lot of participant dancers and whoever it is, they are nobody in professional stage, but we do a lot of effort along with working couple of, both the people. So when we do some show, I want to create a different environment for the culture that when its performance is going on, we create that ambience so the people listen and watch. Good. And we do the other part of this thing separately, so that the cultural part of it is been promoted.
Yeah. Lina ji, I've been watching your performance many years ago. You've been an excellent dancer yourself. What is your contribution and how you're shaping this show?
Well, my contribution to this is, again, my creativity. Because, gosh,
I'm choreographed this?
Yes, I'm choreographing a piece for this show itself.
Lovely.
As Bijan mentioned, Culture Express will always have a local component. So we are having local artists in addition to the Kathak rockers as well.
Okay.
So we are promoting local talent as well. And that's where I come in. I have a group of dancers who will be performing on that day. And there are other local artists as well who will be performing on that day.
Lovely. And we'll be seeing you in action as well?
Not this time. I hope the next.
Oh, the next time. Okay. Now, that brings me to your main guest, Mr. Kumar Sharma, all the way from Mumbai. So, Kumarji, you're very welcome to Ireland and very welcome to Apna Radio.
Thank you, Sharad. Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Tell me about yourself, who you are, and what brought you to Dublin, and how you're performing, and what is the actual Kathak rockers are.
Okay, so first of all, I'm so happy to be here in Ireland for the first time. And thank you, Bijanji. Thank you, Leenaji. Thank you, Culture Express, for bringing me here. And so I am a dancer choreographer. I'm a Kathak dancer, and I'm widely known everywhere in the world because of the component that I fuse the Western music, the modern music, with this dynamic, traditional, ancient art form called Kathak. And so my videos got really popular on YouTube, and I was called by Russia's Got Talent, and then I started doing Indian television shows, and I'm so happy that people call me the founder of Kathak Fusion. And my first viral video was Shape of You, Kathak Fusion.
Wow.
Yeah, so Kathak Rockers also comes, the name comes from there only, because I wanted that, this ancient art form, like I had so many difficulties while learning this. And I had to face so many problems from my relatives, my society near me, my friends, in my school, in my college. So I didn't want that, especially boys, youngsters, they find any problems while learning this classical art form. So I think that happened because so many youngsters, so many boys, so many young girls, they message on my social media is always filled with their messages that we started learning Kathak because we saw you, your video. And there are so many small children, they are following my videos, and they started learning Kathak. Wonderful. And that makes me so happy that, I could do something and I could inspire.
Kathak is very close to my heart because I've been inviting Kathak dancers from India and locally trained people here.
Okay.
This year in my film festival, we had Angela George, who is from Chennai, and she's also a very connoisseur Kathak dancer. Coming from Lucknow Gharana, I know Kathak so well, and there's an element I don't know you come across in India, Kathak fusion, Sufi fusion.
Yeah, of course I know.
With the lady called Manjari Chaturvedi.
Of course I know.
Manjari is an old friend of mine, and she has just started this wonderful thing called fusion with
Sufi music.
And all that and everything. So. But the rockers I've come across, and I was shocker to listen to that.
And Sharad, just to say, Sufi, Kumar will say something about it. He is going to surprise the audience by Sufi songs.
Oh, lovely.
He is going to say.
Lovely.
Yeah, so actually I am a trained classical singer as well.
Oh, wonderful.
And I have done my master's in music vocal from Mumbai University.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
In Hindustani Shastriya Sangeet.
Yeah.
And I have started my Sufi band called Kumar Ka Khumar. And
Kumar Ka Khumar.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Good name.
Thank you so much. And I'm just going to showcase a very small bit of it, and I'll keep it the package for the next time,
sure.
the Sufi live thing. But of course, I'll give a little glimpse, and because whatever shows I have done in Chesterfield, in Belfast, like people in the auditorium were literally dancing on that particular section of Sufi live singing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about, just before we started our program, that you have an experience of dealing with Bollywood as well. Bollywood.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So my latest work in Bollywood was for Vaibhavi Merchant Ma'am. I assisted her in Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani, and I trained Mr. Ranveer Singh for almost 22 days.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And he did an amazing job in the film. And yes, and he performed so well, and the song got national award.
National award for
Yes,
that. Yeah.
and I was.
Congratulations.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you. I was so fortunate that I could be a little part of that project. And then last year, I think I performed with Mrs. Alia Bhatt also. I performed a duet with her on Zee Cine Awards.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
on the same song.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yes.
So this is amazing because the cultural art forms, particularly when you are talking about classical, people get put off because Bharatanatyam, Kathak, and all that is sort of like traditional art forms. But when you're actually playing with this and developing a new art form, fusion and hybriding with the other forms, that becomes more interesting, I suppose.
That goes back. I think that is the reason we have invited Kumar for this. That I believe that as well. Our classical part is our core tradition culture, right? So if we try to take it to the world stage in a different way, which attract people, I think that is required. That means we are moving with the time, little bit of compromise maybe, and make it presentable.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the obvious question comes to my mind is that, the classical dance form is the basis of all the female dancers who do dance in the film industry. They are all connoisseurs like 𝐀𝐩𝐬 and all that. They're all brilliant dancers, Bharatanatyam and Kathak,
of course,
and all that. So do we aim to see rockers performing in cinema as well?
Yes, I mean, I have done a couple of, recently also we performed for a film, Rockers, Kathak Rockers, they performed. And we'll keep doing it. It's just the traveling for live shows keeps us so busy that sometimes I have to miss so many wonderful opportunities also. But I always feel, stage is something which I love the most. And I can compromise anything for stage shows. So that's where I see, when I am on stage, that's the best feeling in the world for
the live audience.
First an interaction with the live audience.
Yes.
I agree completely. One dancer to another dancer.
And not only dancing, I suppose, and acting as well.
Yes.
I mean, the actors
Theatre.
who perform theatres, and they go back again. I was listening to recently Nasir Saab, and he's saying that, look, theatre is what my first love is.
Nasir Saab is my...
Amazing. And in fact, I've trained in theatre as well. I went to drama school for 4 years, and theatre is something
that's a surprise.
I'm a professional actor myself.
Amazing. So good.
Check out my IMDb.
Yes, definitely I will.
Kumar, just to let you know, he does produce the film as well, and now recently is concentrating on filmmaking.
Amazing.
We're developing a couple of scripts, and we're hoping to do bigger projects, and particularly on the one which happened here, a very big story of Savita Hallaphanawar, who died here, unfortunately, an Indian lady. So I've written a script on that, and I'm hoping to make it soon.
That's an amazing news.
See, the films are different category altogether when it comes to stage and live performance.
Yes.
And they're bigger bodies, they move slowly, they cost a lot more money than the actual production, but that's where the whole art is all about, combination. And the third, my legitimate child, is the radio, because I trained in BBC. I worked with BBC for years, and now I continue that in the last 25, 30 years, radio. Because radio, somebody said to me, makes better pictures. When you're listening, you're imagining the actual, what's been talked about it. I mean, people are imagining what his show would look like just by listening him. And this is going to be, this is what the power of radio is all about.
You will be there. So
definitely, I'll be there.
Wow, amazing. Yes.
Super. So tell me about, have you seen Ireland or not yet?
No, not yet. But yes, now we have 2 days in our hands. So
lovely.
Of course, I'll request Bijon ji and Leena ji to show us Ireland.
I will do that within my limited, though I wanted him to go around Ireland because they are here almost 6 days before the show. But as I am doing it all single-handedly, my hands are
I
tired.
can
But
imagine.
still, I will try.
I can so relate to
Today,
it.
I will show him the Dundrum Shopping Centre.
Yeah, okay.
That's
okay.
a start. That's a start.
And for the people of Ireland here, we have an amazing surprise. So I'm going to collaborate with the Irish dancers as well.
Wonderful.
For an act. And I'm sure...
Like a river dance type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I noticed there's so many similarities been in river dance and Kathak dance.
Yes.
You know, they tap with their shoes and
Yeah.
we use our gungrus
Yes, of
with,
course.
to make sounds. So yes, like we have our own language, they also have. So we'll try to, showcase that beautiful fusion to Irish people.
Wonderful.
In this show, yeah.
In this show,
Lovely.
yes.
The time you have chosen is very good. Culture time, the festive time, Diwali. And is it something, is deliberate plan? So Diwali time?
Yes, it is, and it is it's very hard time as well because people are busy in so many other shows.
So
and
many
all.
shows, yeah.
But towards the people, I'd like to say this will be a different kind of show with different kind of artist and organization and the professionalism towards the show. So I would appeal to the people not to miss this. That this time we kept the time in such a way so it's 5 to 7 around that on Sunday. So they can do before and after a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
But I would like people to come and just watch this 2 hours,
That's wonderful.
spend this time. Otherwise, they might be missing,
So Bijonji, please tell the listeners where it is, how they can get the tickets and all that.
Lena, will you take over that? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So as Bijon was saying, that people shouldn't miss this show, one reason is it's a high-octane cultural marvel show, okay, where you're fusing ancient tradition of Kathak dance with modern dancing fusion. So I think it'll be something really great, and people should come and watch it. And it's on the 19th of October at the Royal Institute of Music Academy. And timing is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And the tickets are available at the RIAM website itself. Okay. Now, recently there's an update. Culture Express has introduced a discount.
Oh, very good.
Okay, for 5 tickets bought in one single transaction, there'll be a 10% discount. And for 10 tickets bought in one single transaction, there'll be a 20% discount. So I think you should all grab your seats now.
Absolutely.
I think I'll introduce a student discount as well because I got request and appeal to do that because there are a lot of students at this time.
Students
Yes,
there. Yeah, absolutely.
And tonight I think I'll publish that student discount.
Yeah, there's a
for
lot
that.
of student listeners
Yes.
to the show, actually.
Yes, yes.
And one of the shows, which is purely a music show that I've created, Apna Music, that goes on Saturday, and I will share that with them as well. Right. So it'll crisscross, and the message will go across to the listeners as much as possible. So once again, I recap it. It's happening on the 19th of October at the Sunday at the Royal Irish Academy, which is on the Westland Row, I believe.
Yeah, that's next to the PS station opposite Trinity College.
Trinity
very,
College, yeah.
Very convenient location.
And online booking, a website?
Yeah, on the RIAM box office.
Okay,
itself.
box office itself. The Royal Irish Academy's box office is the online booking system, and so you can grab with the discounts for the students with 5 or with 10 tickets and all that.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic that you are actually considering the discount to the students and discount to the public as well. So I wish you the best of the luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Enjoy the show. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited about
Thank you.
this.
We'll be waiting for you to watch the show.
Yeah.
And lastly, thank you, Shiraji, personally. And we know each other a long time. But more precisely, thanks to DSFM for inviting us today for this show.
Not at all. Very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharadji. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best. Now, coming back to the time of the week and the week of Diwali that has been kicked in, as I was mentioning, I have a very special guest, actually, all the way from India, our Irish ambassador to Delhi, Mr. Kevin Kelly. given us a warm welcome to the Diwali. So maybe I could share it with you.
Namaste, I am Kevin Kelly. I'm the Irish ambassador in India, and it's my great pleasure to once again wish you all a happy Diwali. This is greetings from New Delhi to all of the Indian community back home in Ireland. We're living in difficult times, and it's festivals like Diwali which bring families and friends together and reminds us of the strength that we find in each other. Of course, the Ireland-India relationship goes back centuries, and it's something that we greatly treasure. I pray that Ma Lakshmi blesses everyone, those celebrating in India and also those Indians celebrating back in Ireland. I wish you all strength, harmony and happiness. So from our hearts here in the Embassy in New Delhi, to you and your families, happy Diwali.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much, Kevin, for all the way from Ambassador Kevin Kelly for giving us an insight from Delhi. And I've been to your office many times on different things when I was dealing with the Irish Film Festival of India in the Marwa Studios in Noida. And I'm sure that I'll be back again and leaning towards you, towards other ambitious plan that I have. Maybe taking this festival to Calcutta this time, because I really want to experience one of the greatest cities in the world, that is Calcutta. So wonderful time and wonderful future to our relationships between Ireland and India. Cultural relationships, troops like that, the Kathak rockers are here, and many things are happening. It wasn't possible 25, 30 years ago, but it's all happening. And indeed, what is a good thing about that is that we are rich now.
Yes, we are culturally rich.
Culturally rich. And money-wise, we are still poor.
Money will keep us aside.
So this is great. Thank you so much indeed. And I have a Diwali song to wind up the program. So enjoy this particular song that I've chosen for the Diwali. And hopefully we'll be celebrating. By the way, there are many Diwali programs are happening. To begin with, the first program is on this Friday in the Scientology Center by, I think it's Alia Travels, the guy doing that. And many other next week, on Monday, I think it's Mansion House. First time the Lord Mayor of Dublin with Supriya Singh, the councillor Supriya Singh, who was part of this show actually. She used to do the news for us. Supriya is organizing now a full-fledged councillor, doing a wonderful Diwali function in the mayor's home in the Mansion House on Monday. Many other Diwali programs are happening. VHCCI is doing, and I've been told that there's all communities do celebrate Diwali, so it's going to be a very busy time all the way up towards the weekend of that. So I'll take this Diwali song particularly, and then I'll come back to say goodbye.
तेरा प्यार ये त्योहार है, संसार है मेरा, तेरे बिना दुश्वार है, बेकार है दास्तां, ओ रोशन तुझी से मेरा जहां है, तू लाखों दियों सा जल रहा, शामें रंगोली सी, रातें तारों वाली, ऐसा इश्क हुआ है जैसे आई दिवाली, बातें फूलों जैसी, दिल पे इश्क की लाली, ऐसा इश्क हुआ है जैसे आई दिवाली। तन्हा तन्हा जीते थे, मुरझाए थे सारे पल, मौसम सारे बदले हैं, जो बरसे तेरे बादल अब क्या सुनाए कितना बताए किससे तेरे हैं जादूगरी रातें सिंदूरी सी आंखें जुगनू वाली ऐसा इश्क हुआ है जैसे आई दिवाली
Now, ऐसा इश्क हुआ है जैसे आई दिवाली. Indeed, everybody is in a mood of love, Diwali, diyas, happiness. Happy Diwali to everybody this weekend. And thank you very much for listening me and to our guest and to the show. I'll be back same time, same place next week. Dublin South FM 93.9, broadcasting from the Dundrum Town Centre. And wherever you are getting my show, you're most welcome to tune me in. And it'll be uploaded on YouTube by Friday, I would say, or Saturday at the max at the Dublin Apna radio. So thank you once again tuning me in. And I'll be back for another show because there's so much good going on in the world. I haven't touched it, actually, geopolitics at all, because there is a lot going on in geopolitics as well. But there you go. Diwali clashed, and rightly so. So there you go. Enjoy the weekend. Don't do anything which I won't do. And have a great time. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
शम्मे फरोज़ा के, इस शम्मे फरोज़ा के परवाने हज़ारों हैं, परवाने हज़ारों हैं। इन आँखों की मस्ती के मस्ताने हज़ारों हैं, इन आँखों से वाबस्ता अफ़साने हज़ारों हैं, अफ़साने हज़ारों हैं, इन आँखों की मस्ती के। दिल चीज़ क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए। दिल चीज़ क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए। बस एक बार मेरा कहा, बस एक बार मेरा कहा मान लीजिए। बस एक बार मेरा कहा मान लीजिए। दिल चीज़ क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए। इस अंजुमन में आपको, इस अंजुमन में इस अंजुमन में आपको, इस अंजुमन में आपको आना है बार बार, आना है बार बार। दीवारों दर को गौर से, दीवारों दर को गौर से पहचान लीजिए। दीवारों दर को गौर से पहचान लीजिए। दिल चीज़ क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए। माना कि दोस्तों को नहीं, दोस्तों को नहीं। माना कि दोस्तों को नहीं, दोस्ती का पास। लेकिन ये क्या कि गैर का, लेकिन ये क्या कि गैर का एहसान लीजिए। लेकिन ये क्या कि गैर का एहसान लीजिए। दिल चीज़ क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए। मुश्किल नहीं है कुछ भी अगर ठान लीजिए, मुश्किल नहीं है कुछ भी अगर ठान लीजिए, दिल चीज क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए, बस एक